And so this is an opportunity, again, at the federal level, to talk about violence against trans women of color and talk about the issues that trans women of color. Because everything now comes from the feds and trickles down. So this is Brandy. And I made sure this was the only photo I released to the press when I did the media, so I didn't pull a crappy photo off of Facebook, because that's a proud African-American transgender woman who was 37 years old. Next. Trans March, we created these posters. At the International AIDS Conference, we handed out 200 internationally to create awareness. And this is some of the geographics. And now that we have the frame, this is where our clients do. Most of our clients are in Hayward and Oakland. And this is the migration they have to do. And then they go pop back and forth to San Francisco. So our clients are really good at navigating the systems, getting what's available through surveys and gift cards. They're doing this on BART and going across on BART. But this is also why it's so hard to track and why there's duplication of services. And so it gets a little bit complicated, like, girl, she's down here, and then she's up here in Oakland at one of the programs, and she goes back here, and they're using double names and fake names and changing the birthday, like. So yeah, it makes it complicated trying to make sure that all the data is pure. But we understand all the issues of survival and keeping moving. Next. The same thing, this is just all the eligibility. They have to be trans women of color. They have to be 18 years old. We don't do youth in this project, but we have like, I don't know, 15, 20 youth in our primary care on hormones and hormone blockers. But for this initiative, it's 18 or older. You have to identify as a transgender woman of color. Okay, next. This is our enrollment to date. We are at 43. No comments, Jessica? We have a grantee meeting next week. Next month we'll talk about that. But we're at 43, and this is just the breakdown. The age, 11. So we're having a little trouble enrolling Latinas. It's been an issue. We're working on it. Here's the residency. We are also recruiting in the neighboring counties of Contra Costa and Santa Clara County. So we've expanded outside of Oakland and Alameda County. 38, typical. This was a little bit better statistic than we thought, but here we go. This is why I created the legal intervention. 37 have a history of incarceration. This is why I said we need a lawyer. Okay, next, we're gonna get that. There's our continuum of care. So I think we are getting some good outcomes right now. Very cool with that slide. Remove. Let's take a picture, post. Okay, don't forget that little app that they're posting thing. Okay, go. All right, so the Living Real sessions in the first cycle, it's always hard to engage in a new project. It really is hard to engage. So you can see from the first cycle of 15 group sessions into the second, we've really jumped at. When we get into cycle 2, I mean, we were getting 15 per session because we started really building a family base, like Frank was saying. It's about family and Kate, same thing, community, and pride in what they were doing. And part of it, as they went through, they realized that they could trust, and we can get rid of the stigma of attending a group session, because we're not talking about HIV, we're talking about employment. These 2 sessions are around employment. There's 3 sessions that talk about HIV, and we get into CD4 cells so you really understand your disease, and it's with one of our former providers. But we do a whole trans health and hormones and cholesterol, how it's all related. But we do empowerment sessions. We have the first 3 sessions is all about put the T in community, and where does the trans fit in community. We do a whole transgender history and timeline of transgender history. And on our side of the bay, we don't get that. In San Francisco, they've had it for years. We don't get that. And so we're trying to really build a base, a ground base that we can really, then each session builds up each other. Okay, go ahead next. We have the peer networks. We have our peer, you'll see pictures of the team. We're doing total social networking. We hire from the social networks. They're accessing, because this is some of the issues that we're dealing with the clients. Burner phones expire. We can't get a hold of them. So we do a lot of social meeting. I mean, we get to the point where we have clients like, okay, don't even call them, don't even try it, just go straight, message them on Facebook, get to the thing. Go, keep going. Okay, data collection, same thing, go. See, she's flashing me again. Okay, this is some of our team. These are all of our, we really try to really represent what we talk about. So, go. Here's a legal clinic. This is the study. This just came out in the news about how many people are being just like into poverty because of fines and court fines and everything. And actually, most of our client, right now we've resolved several cases. We've seen about 20 consultations. You'd be surprised how many court tickets and fines, not criminal going to jail. $4,000 in fines, $2,000 in fine. And so David, our lawyer, is working with the courts with that. Go. Keep going. Even though David has been working with them and resolving a lot of these issues, HIV is still not moving up to the top or even up one on prioritizing because we're dealing still with the other things. So that's a thing that's still challenging. Go. All right. Living real.
Terry.
Hi. So for our living real sessions, they have, like Tiffany said, for the first wave, we weren't that successful in our recruiting and having a big turnout, but as we started the second, we did start to average numbers from 15 to 18 actually. And I think it's more or less because it's a group setting and it's all peer-based and everyone kind of knows each other, so I guess everyone just got comfortable and they started actually recruiting for us to bring girls in. So our living real sessions have been pretty successful to date, actually. We are now in our Spanish cycle. Yeah, so we're having some small issues with recruiting our Latina women, but we are diligently working.
Look at the fourth. Success. No, go.
Yeah, so we have 4 participants now working full time and maintaining their care. And they also kind of let me know that it was because of our sessions and the things that we do and keeping them engaged is what motivated them to actually want to better themselves in their lives and get a job and be a normal citizen, I guess you'd say.
2 are going to school.
Yeah, and 2 are in school.
Yeah. Legal clinic.
So our legal clinic, as Tiffany said, we have a fabulous legal liaison, David. He has gotten the girls' records expunged, things that the girls were scared to even attempt to call in to see. He's actually handled for them. So I think we have 6 total.
We had like 6 resolved cases, but he's
Yeah.
had like 24 consultations.
Yeah, so 6.
Sometimes to resolve a case, it takes a while. He's going to court, he's filing emotions, he's doing document history. So I just get a bill.
And that's what it says. Filing, court motor, research, conversation with client. It's complete client confidentiality. No names. We actually have to go, okay, talk to the girls and find out who met with David so that I can then, report on it. So.
Yeah, and so that has really been successful in improving the quality of life for our clients. I see the 2-minute mark.
There is a mark.
Okay, so some successes. We have had increases in HIV and trans health knowledge. Clients actively utilizing knowledge gained through sessions, meaning that they're using and taking information that we are actually providing for them and applying that into their day-to-day life. We have had 16 of our clients graduate. They posted it all over Facebook. They're like really ecstatic that they were able to be a part of this in Brandy's legacy, and they actually made a difference in their life, and they actually graduated. So so here's one of our clients here holding up her certificate, and this is what the actual certificates look like.
Except that's not one of our client names, that's Kayla, one of our team members.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that's a certificate, and then we laminate it and make a big deal in the session.
Okay, so some of our challenges, as I said, has been recruiting our Latinas. We're just not finding a very high volume of HIV positive Latinas, which I guess is good.
Good, because I don't want you to be positive just to come to our group.
Right, yeah. So another in conjunction with this, we are doing our county group, which you don't have to be HIV positive. So we're hoping to recruit more Latinas in that aspect of it. Okay, so we've lost 10 BMP clients.
From the very first wave when they entered their baseline.
what she said. And so most of the barriers are ongoing, structural, and require more substantial strategies than we can provide through the initiative. So basically, even though we do all this great stuff, there are so many other layers that we can't even start to penetrate yet. So this is why I personally think that this initiative is like one of the best, because, you know, it's actually giving people a chance to see like, okay, we need to focus more on this situation and on this topic, and what can we do to more, you know, give greater support, which it hasn't really been that much support for trans. So I'm happy about that. Programmatic successes, I'll just read one. Gabrielle, we have a client who was in LA and moved back to the Bay Area. She was a client before and is currently getting her medical care at the Magic Johnson Clinic in Oakland. She heard about the BMP at Tri-City Health Center and has changed her case management to TCHC. She has expressed that she would also like to start back receiving her care and case management at Tri-City Health Center because she feels comfortable being there and the staff are very warm and helpful. So I actually know who that client is, and like I said, in having conversations with our clients, that's some of our successes. They let us know, like, you know, it's because we do what we do and that we do provide a safe and loving, warm space for them. They feel comfortable. So
this is our team.
There I am right there.
Terry's in the name. They walk, I'm gonna come over here. So Roman is FPM identified, and he just interned a year, got his master's out of Cal State Hayward East Bay. And I actually met Roman a couple years ago. I was guest lecturing in anthropology, and he walked in. I go, oh, something's going on, but I'm not gonna ask you. And they came up afterwards and said, so, and we got him into the clinic, got him on primary care, and Roman transitioned with us, became a peer advocate, and is now at CalPEP as a substance abuse counselor. And I'm so excited about Roman because that's what we need, more African American men, gay men, trans men in the work, making a difference. And so he's a huge role model. We got Terry Lorena Martinez, who actually came out of